So Amir, how does this work?
So Helium Mobile is the world's first crypto carrier, as you mentioned. You can think of it from a consumer point of view very similarly to an existing mobile plan. You sign up. We have a nice app that you'll use. We rely heavily on eSIMs, so it should be a very seamless sign up. But the key difference is that users earn cryptocurrency while they're using the network in the form of mobile tokens. And perhaps more importantly, they get to actually build and own the infrastructure that they're using. So you can think of this similarly to Airbnb or Uber or something like that, where you're not only a user of the network, but you're also part of the infrastructure and part of building it at the same time.
So if you want to use this, how do you sign up?
So first of all, there's a wait list to join. So you can go to hellohelium.com. That's the first step. Once we launch, which is aimed for Q1 next year, there'll be a mobile app that you can use. Ideally, if your phone is eSIM compatible, that's kind of all you have to do. You'll just install the app, you'll get going, and the eSIM will be downloaded straight into your phone. If you have an older phone that doesn't support eSIMs, then we will send you a physical SIM and you'll be able to use it that way.
Talk to us about the challenges of creating a crypto-powered mobile network. How is this even possible, and what kind of troubleshooting are you going to have to do?
We proved with the IoT network that we launched in 2019 that people-powered networks are a real thing. I don't think people believed it was doable at the time. We launched in Austin, only 150 hotspots, and within 3 years, there are now 1 million of these hotspots across the globe, building an IoT network designed for sensors and low-powered devices. This next step is moving into the cellular world, so primarily targeted at cell phones. And we use roughly the same tactics, right? Which is that people have shown us that they are interested in participating in infrastructure and not just being a user of a network. They want to own the thing that they use. And so we'll do roughly the same thing that we did in the last go around, which is that people are incentivized to build and install what are basically miniature cell towers on any property they have access to. And they get rewarded in mobile tokens for doing that when people use their hotspots.
And, obviously Helium is well known for its long PHY network, which helps connect low power devices like pet tracking collars. I'm curious, with this next step, what else could be possible using this technology?
The next step, the cellular network is sort of the next logical extension of what we're doing. When we designed Helium back in 2017, cellular networks were on our radar as a thing to do. The technology and the regulatory environment has allowed us to now do that with unlicensed spectrum that we could use. In the future, I think you can expect to see other types of wireless network get built this way. So there'll be an opportunity for Wi-Fi networks and Bluetooth networks and VPNs. And Helium is very much a community-driven, people-powered network, and people will propose what they want to do next. But we're super excited about what we're doing here with Helium Mobile. It's really the world's first attempt at trying to do something like this with a hybrid, people-powered and traditional network combined.
You've also considered switching Nova Labs to the Solana network, and given that we were just talking to the co-founder of Solana, where did you end up on that?
So the Helium network is governed by its users. So there's a community-driven process for proposing changes. There's a proposal in the community. It's called HIP 70. It proposes to re-architect the way Helium works to separate the architecture to be a little bit simpler, to be a little bit faster. And as part of that, we're also proposing moving the blockchain function to the Solana network, primarily because of exactly what Anatoly was describing. The cost to use the network is extremely low. Transactions are extremely fast, and there's a very diverse and large ecosystem of developers and DeFi, NFT, and other applications that we don't currently have access to on the Helium network.